for Rockers, tipped away by Stegman into Medeiros' hands. 10 seconds left. Medeiros down the right sideline, looking to shake free of Wolf. Cross court over to Crowder, long three on the way. Back iron, no good. Rockers the rebound, gives to Wolf and heaves it down court off the side of the iron at the buzzer. Nearly a 70-foot shot, but instead the team's going to the locker room with Columbia leading McKendree 29-22. So rather fast-moving first half. The Bearcats scored the first 7. Columbia countered with the next 12. They're 10 of 27, 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. That's 33%. McKendree just 0 of 1 from the line. That free throw going to Dave Ruckman as he was fouled on a basket, could not convert the old-fashioned three-point play. And the Bearcats missing their only free throw attempt. McKendree with a 16-15 edge on the boards as Columbia shoots an even 50% from the field, 13 of 26. 1 of 7 from three-point range, 14%. They're 2 of 4 from the line. That's an even 50%. Scoring leader in that first half for McKendree, Eric Hobby with 7 points. Hobby now in his McKendree career, 1,744 points. He's 13 points behind Kevin Schwartz for the number 10 spot on the all-time scoring list for McKendree. Brad Copeland with 2 points in that first half, now at 1,258 points. And Sean Rockers, who did not score, sits in 43rd place with 1,031 points. Andy Wolf in that first half for McKendree had 5 assists in the first half. Now at 494 assists, he's 7 behind Chad Stork for the number 2 spot on the all-time list. He gets 6 more. He'll become the 3rd McKendree player ever with 500 career assists. Rebound leader in that first half for McKendree, you had Andy Wolf with 3 and also Sean Rockers with 3. Columbia was led in scoring by Jordan Dressler. He scored 14 of the Cougars' first 18 points. He ended up with the 14 points to go along with the team high 5 rebounds. Dressler's missed just 1 shot from the field, going 7 of 8. Also with rebounds for Columbia, Hal Payne played just 4.5 minutes but had 4 rebounds. Steal leader for McKendree, just 1 steal going to Andy Wolf, while Columbia had 2 steals, 1 for Jordan Dressler, 1 for Greg Stegman. In that first half, Columbia with the advantage on points off of turnovers, 9-4. Second chance points, neither team has scored off of a turnover yet this evening. Points off a bench, McKendree with an 8-3 edge over Columbia College. There were 3 lead changes and 1 tie in that first half. As the Bearcats try to overcome a deficit for just the 2nd time this year when trailing at the half. McKendree 1-9 when trailing at the half this season. On the road this year, they're 5-4 away from the friendly confines of the Melvin Price Convocation Center. Once again, looking down the AMC standings, Columbia and Park tied at the top at 7-1. Columbia's overall record is 20-3, while Park sits at 15-5. McKendree sits half a game back behind both teams at 7-2. They're 13-11 on the year. Harris Stowe comes into today's action 4-4 in conference play, 9-15 on the season, while William Woods is 3-6 in AMC play. They are also 9-15 for the season. Hannibal LaGrange sits in 6th place in the AMC standings at 2-6. They're 6-15 overall, while 7th place belongs to Williams Baptist. They're 1-5 in conference play, 8-11 overall. And bringing up the rear at 1-7 is Missouri Baptist University, and they are 7-5 overall. Harry Statham, as we mentioned, is the all-time wins leader in men's college basketball history, looking for win number 1,036. If the Bearcats do not overcome this halftime deficit, it would be the 400th loss in the distinguished career of Harry Statham. And when you get 400 losses and it takes you 45 seasons to get there, that's pretty good coaching right there. As the Bearcat program all-time, you look down their numbers, all-time they are 801 games over 500. McKendree with 1,614 wins. They are the 2nd winningest program in NAIA basketball history, trailing only Georgetown College. Georgetown is about 40 wins or so ahead of McKendree University at this point. Bearcats in their 103rd season of college basketball play. First season of McKendree basketball officially listed was 1908-1909. As we have about 7.5 minutes to go until second half action, we have some youth games going on once again. We're going to step out for another quick break, and when we return, we'll look forward to more second half action. Try and give you some scores from around the nation. McKendree trailing Columbia at the break, 29-22. Back in 2 minutes. This is McKendree basketball on the Bearcat Sports Network. Scott Cummings back with you from the arena at Southwell Complex here in Columbia, Missouri. Both teams out of the locker room to start warming up for second half action. We've got about 5 minutes to go until second half tip-off. Bearcats of McKendree trailing Columbia College 29-22. Columbia ranked number 14 in NAIA Division I, and McKendree really needing this victory to keep themselves in the thick of the AMC championship hunt. If McKendree can win this ball game, they'll get to 8-2 in league play, send Columbia to 7-2, and put Park University technically in front percentage-wise in the conference standings. The Bearcats would move to number 2. Columbia would be half a game back. McKendree would have played the most games in league play. Bearcats do not have a bye until next week. In fact, they only play once next week, and that'll be next Saturday at Aristotle State University. McKendree's next game will be this coming Saturday, the 12th of February, as the Bearcats play host to Missouri Baptist University. That'll be a 4 o'clock tip. Joe Zidlow and Ken Zimmerman will have the call of that contest from the Melvin Price Convocation Center, as the Bearcats will look for the season sweep of the Spartans. McKendree trying to gain the season split here with Columbia. The Cougars won the first meeting 53-46 back on January 13th at the Melvin Price Convocation Center. Bearcats with just 5 players scoring in that first half. Eric Hobby leading the way with 7 points. 6 points for Dave Ruckman off the bench, 5 points for John Steppe. John had 5 of the Bearcats' first 7 points, including the 3-pointer that capped the game-opening 7-0 run. 2 points each for Carrington Pettiford and Brad Copeland, and that's all the scoring for McKendree in the first half. Just 6 players scoring for Columbia, but their interior players really doing the job, scoring 19 of their 29 points. Jordan Dressler with 14 points. Greg Stegman with 5 points. 5 points also for Enrique Medeiros, 2 points each for Devin Griffin and Wendell Crowder, and a point off the bench for Jerron Strickland. The Columbia Band entertaining the fans here in Columbia, Missouri. Plenty of snow still on the ground from that huge snowstorm that rolled through the area about a week and a half ago. The storm virtually missed all of the Metro East. There was actually more ice than snow that came to the greater Lebanon area. While out here they got 19 inches of snow. Schools were canceled for several days. And Columbia's game at Williams Baptist was postponed because of snow. They'll make that game up on the 21st of February. Columbia will have to play 3 conference games the final week of the regular season. As we mentioned, both teams are out on the court warming up for second half action. And don't forget, Saturday is Pack the Gym Day. It's an alumni gathering, special alumni reception between games, a men's and women's contest. So hope you'll be able to join us there if you're an alum. And also don't forget, we will have a special pregame ceremony honoring the voice of the Bearcats, Reverend Louis Youngs. 21 years of service to the McKendree University basketball program. And I'll tell you what, that's a guy who we could not do without. We appreciate all that he does for McKendree University in general, for the McKendree men's basketball program, and certainly the McKendree Sports Information Office certainly appreciates Louis and what he's meant to us over the years. I always enjoy getting an email from Louis after a big game, and I certainly expect one tonight, win or lose. So a little required reading after the ball game tonight. Hopefully the Bearcats can rally from this 7-point deficit and pull this one out. We're going to step out for one final 1-minute break, and when we return, second half action. McKendree trailing Columbia 29-22. Back in 60 seconds. This is McKendree basketball on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Since 1828, McKendree University has been committed to providing students with a high-quality undergraduate and graduate education distinguished by great teaching, a vibrant community, and successful academic outcomes. McKendree is ranked among the top best regional colleges by U.S. News Media Group and is the only institution in Illinois to be named to America's 100 Best College Buys. Located 25 minutes from St. Louis and Lebanon, Illinois, McKendree offers the unique opportunity to blend small school values with big city job opportunities. To learn more, visit www.mckendree.edu or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University's graduating. Graduate classes start every 5 to 8 weeks and are available online or in the classroom. Receive a high-quality graduate education in whichever format fits your life. Apply today at mckendree.edu or call 1-800-BEARCAT or 1-800-232-7228. Let McKendree University's Graduate School help you succeed.
To start this second half, McKendree with the basketball. Andy Wolf on the right side, kicks it up top to Brad Copeland, swings it left side to Eric Hobby. Baseline for Sean Rockers, and he traveled with the basketball on the entry pass for the Bearcats. That is their 9th turnover of the ball game. That'll get Dave Ruckman off the bench for the Bearcats just 20 seconds into this second half. McKendree trailing 29-22. Cats pick up some token pressure to start this second half as Greg Stegman skips it into Wendell Crowder. We're back underway. Some man pressure from the Bearcats as Enrique Medeiros now has it. Takes it across the timeline, working against Andy Wolf. Dribbling near midcourt, Medeiros skips it right side for Evans. Evans up top to Dressler, swings it left side for Medeiros. On the block to Evans. Evans working against Hobby. Kicks it back out to Medeiros, 14 on the shot clock. Medeiros looks to drive, scoops it underneath. Looked like a pass to Dressler, but the shot actually rimmed out, and the rebound pulled down by Hobby. Gives it off to Wolf, 19:08 to go second half. Copeland near the baseline, dribbles, looks to hand to Hobby, does, sets three on the way. Fading, shot no good. Ruckman there for the rebound, has it stripped and taken away by Crowder. Crowder, 1-on-3, sets up shop as the Cougars get back on offense. Now Dressler between the circles, left side over to Evans. Evans bounces it baseline for Medeiros, gets a step on Wolf and lays it up and in. 7 for Medeiros. Extends the Columbia lead to 9 at 31-22, 18:37 and counting second half. Steppe between the circles, right side, free throw line to Copeland. Copeland bounces it underneath, tried to force it into Hobby, and the ball is taken away by Stegman. Gives it off to Crowder. Crowder down the right sideline, kicks it in the corner for Evans. Evans fires up a three, too strong, an air ball, rebound to Ruckman. Gives it to Wolf. Wolf quickly the other way, 18-18 to go second half. Wolf top of the key, backs it out, now resets the offense. Right side to Steppe. Steppe guarded by Crowder, up top to Copeland, swings it left side to Wolf. Wolf looking for Hobby. Hobby cuts through, near the free throw line, turns around, dribbles to the free throw line, has a strip, but saves it near the sideline. Over to Copeland, shot clock at 10. Copeland drives on Dressler, jumper in the lane off the mark, no good, rebound to Stegman. Cats cold from the field to start this second half. 17:49 to go second half. Medeiros nearly lost the dribble. Now bounces it over to Crowder. Crowder pull-up jumper from 12, gets it to go. Crowder with 4 points, 2 in each half. And Columbia with a double-digit lead, 33-22. 17:35 to go second half. Wolf between the circles. Gets the play call from Harry Statham. Wolf dribbling around the left side now. Looks for Ruckman. And he's going to pull up, fire up a three. Instead, it's off the mark. Not a good offensive possession as the Bearcats could not shake open. Now Medeiros down the left sideline. He's sealed off by Copeland in the corner to Evans. Between the circles, Stegman. Right side, it's Crowder. Crowder guarded by Steppe. On the block to Evans. Back out to Crowder, up top to Dressler. Left side to Medeiros, who drives in. Picks up his dribble, hands to Dressler, back to Medeiros. 15 on the shot clock. Medeiros back to Dressler on the block, left side to Stegman. It's a cutting Dressler who throws up the floater and bounces it in. 16 for Dressler. Harry Statham wants a timeout. 16:44 left, and it's all Columbia right now. They lead 35-22. Mike Springs will check in for the Bearcats. It's a full timeout, but the Bearcats will not sit on the bench. As Columbia heads towards their bench, they'll take a seat, but as soon as McKendree breaks, supposed to hit the horn. So the Cats trail by 13. 6-0 run to start the second half for Columbia. Cats send the same 5 out on the floor. It's Hobby, Ruckman, Steppe. Actually, they make a substitution as Mike Springs is in the lineup for Wolf, and Brad Copeland will inbound. So the Bearcats with a big hill to climb right now. They trail by 13. As Columbia has made 3 of 5 shots here in the second half. Cats 0 for 3. Springs tries to get it on the wing to Steppe. It's stolen away by Crowder. Now Crowder loses his footing, but saving the dribble is Medeiros. It's a trailer. That's Dressler underneath to Evans, and he is fouled on the pump fake as Copeland has just picked up his 3rd foul. That's 3 on Copeland, the first team foul of the second half. So it's all going Columbia's way right now, and Taylor Evans will be at the line for 2. Evans on the season, 78% from the line. Columbia 2 of 4 from the line in the first half, 16:28 to go second half, and Evans rattles the first one out. Be one more free throw attempt for Taylor Evans. Played in the Bearcats' backyard, Belleville East High School. Second free throw on the way is good. And that has been the MO for the Cougars all night. They've missed the first free throw, made the second. Springs nearly has a pass stolen, but it's tipped right back into his hands. Now Springs looks to penetrate, dumps it on the baseline for Ruckman, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Strong move from Dave Ruckman. Draws the foul on Jordan Dressler. That's Dressler's first team foul of the second half. So that breaks the dry spell for McKendree. Ruckman trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, cuts the Cougars' lead to 36-24. 16-16 to go. Ruckman will have one free throw. He's shot the Bearcats' only free throws this evening, and it's off the iron too strong. Evans the rebound in the lane. Hands it off to Medeiros. Medeiros outlets to Dressler, who will take it across midcourt. Dressler hands back to Medeiros. Harassed by Springs. It's a cutter right of the key. That's Evans. Evans guarded by Hobby. Up top to Stegman, left side to Medeiros. Medeiros back top of the key to Dressler. Now right side to Crowder. Entry pass on the block to Stegman. 9 on the shot clock, out to Dressler. Free throw line jumper off the mark, no good. Flying in for the rebound is Springs. Springs quickly the other way. Down the lane. He'll slow it up, gets it out to Hobby. Hobby 3, top of the key. Bingo! Eric Hobby in double figures with 10. Cuts the Columbia lead back to single digits, 36-27. 15:30 to go. Crowder up top to Dressler, left side to Evans. Evans fakes the pass inside, instead skips it between the circles to Stegman. Right side to Medeiros. Medeiros drives around the arc to the baseline, pull up, 10-foot jumper off the iron, no good. Hobby and Copeland fighting for the rebound. Hobby comes away with it. Gives it off to Springs. Springs across the timeline left side. Springs slows it up top of the key. Resets the offense for the Bearcats. Bounces it left side, free throw line to Copeland, now out to Hobby. Left side to Springs. Springs dribbling against Medeiros. Baseline for Copeland, back to Springs. He's going to fire up a 3. Bingo! First 3 of the year for Mike Springs, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time. Mike Springs now 1 of 18 from three-point range, and I'll tell you what, he looked confident on that one. Bob Burchard wants a timeout. Cats within 6. So the most unlikely of candidates to hit a 3, Mike Springs buries one from the left wing, 14:41 to go. McKendree all of a sudden within 6 at 36-30. So the Cats showing some life. And they have cut into this double-digit deficit. Still need to pick it up on the defensive end just a little bit. They trail by 6. They've started to warm up from the floor. Ruckman a big driving layup and a basket, a 3 from Hobby and a 3 from Mike Springs. The teams break the huddle. It'll be Columbia basketball. Medeiros standing between the scorer's table and the Columbia bench set to inbound. Gets it into Taylor Evans, who hands back to Medeiros. Back on the right wing to Evans. He's guarded by Hobby. Up top to Dressler. Left side on the sideline to Crowder. Now Stegman has it. Drives, and they're going to call a charge as stepping up is Brad Copeland. Copeland in a precarious position. Had 3 fouls. Steps up, takes the charge on Stegman. His second foul. Second team foul. Here comes Griffin, Devin Griffin into the lineup, replacing Crowder. And the Cats trying to seize some momentum right here, trailing by 6 with the basketball. Springs across the timeline in front of the scorer's table. Harassed by Griffin. Gets a screen from Steppe. Kicks it on the wing to Hobby. Hobby guarded closely by Evans. Bounces it high post for Ruckman. Ruckman backs it in. Up and under move. Lays it up and in. Cats within 4. Dave Ruckman with the finger roll. Some pressure on the inbounds. Evans gets it on the left sideline. 14:04 to go. Second half. Cats within 4 at 36-32. Evans dribbling between the circles left side. And he traveled with the basketball. He faked the pass on the block to Dressler. It wasn't there. Saw Griffin flash open on the wing, and he shuffled the feet when he made the move. So the Cats can pull within 2, possibly 1 here. And Springs takes it across the timeline. Springs around the arc. Gets it on the wing to Hobby. Turnaround three on the way. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Griffin. Griffin down the left sideline. Picked up by Steppe. Up top, they get it to Dressler. Right side to Medeiros. Medeiros. Up top to Stegman. Swings it left side for Evans. Evans picked up by Hobby. 20 to shoot. Now out to Griffin, left of the key. Griffin dribbling around the arc, gets it to Medeiros. Medeiros high post to Stegman. Stegman in the lane to Dressler, and he's fouled from behind by Ruckman. That's the second foul of the half, first on Ruckman. And that'll put Jordan Dressler at the free throw line. Dressler on the season, 53% from the stripe. Clock stop with 13:20 to go, second half. Free throw on the way, off the iron, too strong. Here comes Strickland and Woodcock back in the lineup for Columbia, replacing Medeiros and Evans. 36-32, McKendree down by 4. Jordan Dressler at the line, the back end of a two-shot foul, missed the first. Columbia has had 4 two-shot fouls this evening. They've missed the first free throw all 4 times, and they've hit the second free throw all 4 times. 37-32, Cats down by 5. Copeland will inbound to Springs. Springs will be picked up three-quarter court by Griffin, gets it across the timeline. Left side to Steppe. Steppe on a curl, hits Hobby. Pass tipped away, Griffin takes it in the clear. Left side layup, he misses the soft slam, and the rebound tipped over to Stegman. He's standing on the baseline. Griffin looked like he was going to lay it in, decided to soft slam it. When he did, it rimmed out. So the Cats catch a huge break with 13:05 to go. 37-32, McKendree within 5. Hobby, a bit of an ill-advised pass, which created the turnover. Springs gives to Hobby. Hobby looks up top, has Steppe there. Steppe high post into Ruckman to turn around. Hook shot, he gets it to go. Dave Ruckman, 12. 6 in the first half, 6 in the second half. McKendree within 3. 37-34, 12:42 and counting. Griffin across the timeline in front of the scorers table. Bounces it in the corner for Woodcock. Underneath to Hal Payne, who's in the lineup. He's double teamed. They're going to call a hold on Steppe. That is the second on Steppe, third team foul. Head coach Harry Statham not happy about the foul right there. That'll get Carrington Pettiford up off the bench for the Bearcats. He'll replace Steppe at the 12:34 mark. Cats trail by 3. Columbia with the basketball. Griffin to inbound. Gets it on the wing to Strickland. Hits the floater from 12. That's his first field goal. He's got 3. Extends the Columbia lead back to 5 at 39-34. Springs gets it across the timeline. Bullet pass left of the key to Copeland. Hands behind the back to Springs. Springs looks for a cutter. Dribbles to the arc. Now around to the wing. Kicks it out to Ruckman. Right side to Hobby. Hobby fakes the 3. Drives in. The floater with the right hand, no good. Tipped up, no good. Ruckman the rebound. Gets it out to Springs. Dave Ruckman working hard, and Carrington Pettiford cannot keep his footing. The pass to Springs got Pettiford back on his heels, and Pettiford cannot recover a turnover with 11:57 to go. So the Cats can't cash in right there. As quickly the other way, Griffin gets it in the corner to Woodcock. 11:50 to go, second half. Cats trail 39-34. Griffin, cross court, right side to Strickland. Strickland harassed at the free throw line by Hobby, drives in. The runner on the left side, no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Ruckman the rebound. Ruckman dribbles once, hands to Springs. Sean Rocker set to check in on the next dead ball. Cats can pull the win in 3 as Griffin's call for the bump, tried to go for the steal against Springs, and that's the second on Griffin. I guess Sean Rocker's back in the lineup at the 11:32 mark, replacing Copeland. Hobby will inbound straight across from our broadcast location. They lob it into Mike Springs. We're back underway. Springs looks to attack, gets it right side to Pettiford. Pettiford dumps a baseline for Ruckman. Ruckman against the double team to turn around right hand hook. No good, in and out, rebound to Strickland. Good looking shot, just a little bit too strong. And Columbia comes away with the board. Woodcock between the circles to Stegman, right side to Griffin. Back up top to Payne, swings it left side for Strickland. Bounces it on the block for Stegman. Stegman working against Ruckman. Bounces it back out for Strickland, 17 on the shot clock. 2-man game with Stegman. Stegman backs it in, kicks it out to Strickland, fakes the 3, drives in, jump step, and they're going to call Ruckman for a block. Got him on the arm. That's the second on Ruckman. 4th team foul. That'll put Jerron Strickland at the line for 2 free throws. He's 1 out of 2 tonight. Wolf and Steppe set to check in after the first free throw. 10:55 to go. Strickland's first free throw is good. Steppe and Wolf re-enter for Springs and Ruckman. Ruckman, very good minutes for the Bearcats. As Strickland will look to hit the second free throw, bounces it home, and it's a 7-point lead for Columbia. 41-34. Cats needing to generate some offense, trailing by 7, 10:50 to go. Right sideline, Pettiford has it, up top to Rockers. Swings the left side to Wolf. Wolf nearly lost the dribble, and we've got a foul called as Stegman sends Steppe crashing to the ground. That's the third on Stegman. Fourth team foul on the Cougars. That'll get Jordan Dressler up off the bench for Columbia, replacing Stegman. 10:42 to go. Also, Crowder re-enters for Hal Payne. Steppe will inbound left of the basket. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. McKendree trailing 41-34. Inbounds goes to Rockers. They get it left of the key to Wolf. Coming around on a curl is Steppe. Back to Wolf. Wolf tried to skip it on the block for Rockers. It's kicked out of bounds. 29 on the shot clock. As Steppe will inbound to Wolf. Wolf between the circles, right side to Pettiford. Pettiford popping out, that's Rockers, left side to Wolf. Wolf on the baseline to Hobby. The drop step, lays it up and in. Bearcats wanted a foul call. They won't get it. 12 for Hobby. And we've got an official's timeout. They're going to call a technical on Dressler. Dressler must have said something to Eric Hobby heading down the floor. 10:19 to go, and the Cats are going to go to the line for 2 free throws, trailing by 5. As the entire Columbia coaching staff up on their feet, not happy about the call by the official. As it looked like Dressler was caught jawing with Hobby down the court. So it's the second personal foul on Dressler, 5th team foul. That'll put Eric Hobby at the line for 2 free throws. 10:19 to go, Cats within 5. Hobby's first free throw on the way is good. That's the first made free throw for the Bearcats this evening, and it comes nearly 30 minutes into this ballgame. Hobby with the second free throw on the way. 2 for 2. Cats within 3, 41-38. Once again, a typical low-scoring game between Columbia and McKendree, and you would not have it any other way. Now Hal Payne checks in for Woodcock. It'll be Columbia basketball. The Cats are trying to pull a fast one, saying they get possession after the technicals. But Columbia had possession when Dressler was caught arguing or saying something with Hobby. And now we had discussion at the scores table. Everything is good to go, and the inbounds goes to Griffin. We're back underway. Cats trail by 3. Columbia with the basketball. Griffin across the timeline, left side over to Crowder. Up top to Dressler. Dressler swings it right side to Strickland. Strickland guarded by Steppe. Out top to Griffin. Now left side to Crowder. Up top to Payne. They work it around reverse, right side to Strickland. 12 on the shot clock. Strickland looks to shake free of Steppe, drives, dumps it underneath, swatted away by the Cats, and McKendree comes away with it. Bounce pass over to Wolf, lays it up and in, Cats within 1. First field goal of the night for Andy Wolf, and McKendree's pulled to within 1. McKendree 50% from the field in the second half. And a timeout called by Bob Burchard of Columbia College. Cats have pulled to within 1. 9:38 to go. 41-40, Columbia on top. Let's step out for 30 seconds. This is McKendree basketball on the Bearcat Sports Network.
You served your country, now let us serve you. For over 182 years, McKendree University has been providing active military and veterans with a high-quality undergraduate and graduate education. Recognized as a military-friendly school for 2010 by GI Jobs magazine, McKendree offers traditional, accelerated, evening or online classes. Whether you are taking classes on-site at one of our 4 campuses in Lebanon, Illinois, the center at Scott Air Force Base, Radcliffe, Kentucky, and Louisville, Kentucky, or from the convenience of your home, McKendree has an option that fits your busy military lifestyle. To learn more, visit www.mckendree.edu or call 1-800-BEARCAT.
Scott Cummings back with you from Columbia, Missouri. Cats with some token pressure on the inbounds as they get it to Medeiros is back in